The Doc is In is sponsored by Amada Senior Care.
Welcome back, and we're happy to have Chief Medical Contributor Dr. Ryan Stanton with us in studio.
Yeah, he's been tracking a string of Croup cases going around the Commonwealth. What's this about, Doc?
All right, so Paul and Krista, you know the old song, 90s song that now became an insurance ad?
Yeah.
Yeah, that little bit of whoop, there it is. Nope. Right now we're going to Croup, there it is.
Uh-oh.
You saw how I did
Croup,
that, right?
there it
Yeah,
is.
that's bad. Dad joke, sorry girls, getting up for school this morning. I shouldn't. Well, we've changed the words to Croup, there it is. We are seeing a ton of Croup around our region and country right now, mainly impacting children, but can impact people of any age. This is a viral infection often caused by the adenovirus that we often see in the fall and the spring. This is a diagnosis that we may actually diagnose from outside the room when we hear the characteristic seal-like cough. So it sounds like a seal barking. That sounds like the seal barking. If you go out and about at the zoo, unfortunately here it's going to be the kids with all their Croup. So I was actually at a volleyball game last night, and a child went by and coughed a couple of times, and that's all we needed to diagnose this kid with Croup. And in most cases, the symptoms are overall mild and self-limiting with fever, cough, some shortness of breath, and maybe stridor. It can be more severe and even life-threatening in very rare cases, typically worse in younger children. The infection causes inflammation of the upper parts of the airway around the vocal cords. Children have a smaller and floppier airway, thus more symptomatic and susceptible to these inflammatory changes. In adults, this often presents more as a common cold, but also can manifest as laryngitis. Those will have higher risk are those that are very young and pre-existing airway conditions. And coming up in the second half, here in about 30 minutes, we're going to talk about what you can do, the symptoms, the management, and when you need to potentially come in and seek care in the emergency department.
I think it's really interesting that you point out that you were at the volleyball game. You didn't have to see the person. Just hearing him, you knew that it was Croup, because when I was growing up, when I was younger, my mom would literally put me on the phone with my grandma. She would be in a couple towns over, and my grandma would just like cough for me. And
wow.
I thought my grandma was crazy at the time, but the fact that you're saying that that's just how you diagnose it, it's
And
incredible.
it's even a fake cough. I mean, you can be a fake cough, and it still sounds the exact same. So I can actually hear it from the other side of the emergency department and diagnose it, go in, tell them what to do next, and then we get them out the door.